Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live and through games played on January 18th. Every team has played between 38 to 43 games, therefore it is basically the midway point of the season. Let's take a look at the Midseason All-NBA teams for the 2024-25 season. Yesterday I did the Midseason All-Rookie teams. Keep in mind, all NBA teams are now positionless. Now, this is not a prediction on how the all NBA teams will turn out. It is just looking at what has occurred thus far on this season. Players are named in alphabetical order by last name. Many players are already ineligible as they have missed at least 18 games. The toughest omissions in no order were Darius Garland, Kevin Durant, Trae Young, Devin Booker, Jaylen Brown, Stephen Curry, Damian Lillard, De'Aaron Fox, and Domantas Sabonis. Also, LeBron James. Now, I fully expect him to be named to his 21st consecutive All-NBA team at the end of the season. In the end, I couldn't look past the on-off splits that show the team has performed a considerable amount better with him off the court. So I'll start with the third team, and let's go with, and players are named in alphabetical order by last name for each team. So let's start with Cade Cunningham of the Detroit Pistons. The Pistons have been one of the league's biggest surprises at 21-21, 1 year after they won just 14 games. First overall pick in the 2021 NBA draft. Cunningham is having his breakout year. The turnovers are high, but that shouldn't overshadow the huge impact he's had for the ascending club. 23-year-old is 14th in the league in scoring and third in assists. Next, we got Jaren Jackson Jr. of the Grizzlies. Despite Ja Morant having missed 18 games, thus being eligible to make an All-NBA team, the Grizzlies still sit third in the West. That's due in large part to the play of Jackson Jr., the 2022-23 Defensive Player of the Year. While still making a huge impact on that end of the court, 25-year-old is consistently becoming a better offensive player as well. Evan Mobley, Cleveland Cavaliers, already looking like one of the league's better young big men. Mobley has now expanded his game to beyond the arc, finishing third in Defensive Player of the Year voting in 2022-23. The 23-year-old certainly looks in line to make his second all-defensive team. Alperen Sengun, Houston Rockets. Now in his fourth season, Sengun has shown improved chops on the defensive side of the ball. 7-foot center is also in the midst of a nearly 20-10-5 season. He's averaging 19.4 points, 10.5 rebounds, 5.1 assists without missing a game this year. Hasn't missed a game. Jalen Williams, Oklahoma City Thunder is dominating the leaderboard in many defensive categories, and Williams ranks only behind his teammate Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in defensive win shares. Now 23 years old and in his third season, Williams averaging more than 25.5 on the year, 20.6 points, 5.7 rebounds, 5.2 assists. Now the second team, let's start with Jalen Brunson, New York Knicks. Brunson is moving up Knicks leaderboards even as he is just in his third season with the team. He has dropped at least 30 points in 14 games and had a 55-point outing against the Wizards. 28-year-old has 8 games of double-digit assists. Anthony Davis, Los Angeles Lakers. After numerous ailments and injuries, Davis has mostly remained in the lineup for the second straight season. 31-year-old has only missed 4 games on the season. He ranks 11th in scoring average, 6th in rebounds, and 3rd in blocks. Anthony Edwards, Minnesota Timberwolves, with 179 made three-pointers in 42 games. Edwards is just shy of the pace to connect on 350 for the season. He would become just the third player to ever do so. The first pick in the 2020 NBA draft. He's also averaging career highs in scoring at 26.1 and rebounds at 5.8. Karl Anthony Towns, New York Knicks. Towns has fit seamlessly with New York, even though he was acquired deep into the offseason. Now in his 10th season, he is shooting career best from the field at 55% and three-point range 44.9%. 29-year-old is also second in the league, averaging 13.9 rebounds per game. Last, Victor Wembanyama Victor Wembanyama, San Antonio Spurs. After a historic rookie season, San Antonio is winning at a much greater rate in 2024-25. Recently, having turned 21 years old, Wembanyama looks like the clear favorite for Defensive Player of the Year. He's averaging 4.1 blocks per game, which would be the most since Dikembe Mutombo back in the 1995-96 season. Now, the first team, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Milwaukee Bucks, the back-to-back MVP in 2018-19 and 2019-20. Antetokounmpo is averaging a career-best 31.4 points. He's also averaging more than 11 rebounds for the seventh straight season and shooting over 60% from the field for the second straight year. 30-year-old power forward is well on his way to a seventh consecutive year finishing top 4 in MVP voting. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Oklahoma City Thunder. Thunder have a 6.5 game lead in the West, and Gilgeous-Alexander is again an MVP candidate. He is leading the league in scoring at 31.6 points per contest and has only missed one game on the year. The 26-year-old is also leading the NBA in both defensive win shares and total win shares, and they actually have a 6-game lead now in the West. Nikola Jokic, Denver Nuggets, winner of 3 of the last 4 MVP awards. Jokic could be on his way to a 4th. The 6'11" center is averaging 30.4 points, and with 5 more assists, he would be averaging a triple-double. As always, there is a substantial difference in Denver's level on play when he is on the court compared to when he is off. Donovan Mitchell, Cleveland Cavaliers. While his numbers are down, don't let that fool you. Now in his 8th season, Mitchell is shooting career best 40.1% from beyond the arc. He hasn't needed to score at will and is playing less minutes than previous years on a Cleveland team with the best record in the NBA at 35-6. And lastly, Jason Tatum, Boston Celtics, now in his 8th season. Tatum is looking to be named to the All-NBA first team for the 4th year in a row. His efficiency numbers are very similar to what they have been for much of his career, and he is averaging career highs in rebounds at 9.3 and assists at 5.4. So yes, those are my mid-season All-NBA teams. Let me know in the comments if you agree, disagree, what you would change. I have some big names that didn't quite make it. Guys I mentioned as honorable mentions: LeBron, Durant, Curry. For these, I kind of try to reward players on very good teams, so like a Jaren Jackson Jr. and Evan Mobley, but they are deserving as well. But yeah, let me know if you would make any changes. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.